Hello, everyone. This is day 2 of my 30-day online journal. I'm not going to lie, this morning was a little rough. I just found out that the last situation that I was in with a gentleman, I saw that it looks like he's involving himself with another woman. And what stung is really just that it's so soon. But a lot of times when people jump from one person to the next, it has nothing to do with that person or anything like that. Or, your worthiness or what you deserve or whether or not you're good enough. It has to do with that they don't know how to deal with the pain. They don't know how to be alone. So they jump from person to person to person. And when you realize that, it can ease the pain a little bit, but it still stings. So this morning I was stung, and I'm still stung, and I told myself that later on tonight I would allow myself to embrace the pain fully and acknowledge, what the situation is right now, and so that I can let it go. And I've also been listening to motivational videos today as well, but it got off to a rocky start nonetheless. So that's where I'm at. But I'm still going to go to the gym today. I didn't eat anything that was bad for me. My dad just bought fucking croissants with sweet sugar shit all over them. But I said no, and I'm not going to eat one fucking one of those. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So the quote for today is Bruce Lee. And ironically enough, this is not actually, it is his quote, but he didn't come up with these ideas that he has in this quote. They say that these ideas are ancient, up to like 3 different, not religions, but like philosophers and ideologies kind of, in one. So what's one of my favorite, and I'm sure you've heard it before. Empty your mind, be formless, shapeless like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend. So really quickly, there are 2 different types of people in this world. There are people who, when they get hurt, they project that outwards and they hurt others. And then there are people who project that inward and they hurt themselves. I've always been someone who has projected it inward. And subconsciously, when I used to read this quote, I didn't realize this till a couple days ago, actually, that the line where it says, now water can flow or it can crash, I never really focused on the crashing part because I haven't been used to fighting for myself. I've always been used to taking things in and holding them in and hurting myself. I wasn't able to focus on that and understand what he was really trying to say. And now that I read it, now where I'm, in a state in my life where I'm fighting, and I'm pushing and I am like destroying walls and limits and all these things, now I understand what he's saying about crashing. He's saying that that's the dichotomy of how we are, you know what I mean? We're ran by love and we're ran by fear. We can love and we can kill. Crashing is not something that is negative. Crashing is just part of who we are. And at some point, we have to crash into things. We have to crash into the limits that we tell ourselves, that we cannot achieve what we want, that things are not going to change, that we don't deserve to be happy, that, we're going to be fucking miserable for the rest of our lives. Those are the things that we need to destroy. Those are the things that we need to crash into. Those are the things that we need to fight against. And once you are able to find that part of you that is able to fucking stand up for yourself and love yourself and say, no, this is not how I'm going to live my life anymore. I am going to have the things that I want in life. I do deserve these things. I am worthy and I have fucking value. That is what crashing is. So don't be afraid to crash. You have to crash and you have to flow. I don't really know how to say about that. I don't know what else to say about that. Don't be afraid to crash. You deserve it. You deserve to be happy. You are worthy of love, of real love. You are worthy of living the life that you want to live. And in order to have the life that you want to have, you have to learn to flow, which means you have to adapt. You always have to be focused on what you want, but you cannot be attached to how you think that you're going to get it, because that is always going to change. And as soon as it changes, you need to have the capacity to adapt to that situation and to keep moving forward. And you have to learn how to crash. And that means standing up for what you believe in, saying no to everything in this world that causes you more pain than not.